ABC, it's Greeno. I wanted to do a update video, new finds video. Uh, it's gonna be new stuff I've picked up and stuff that I've pulled out of the to be listened to pile. So got a little stack here to go through. Before I do that, I want to do a couple shout outs. I really enjoy watching everybody's videos. Yeah, just so much different stuff. And even if it's stuff that I don't collect, different styles of music that I don't collect, I still enjoy watching. You know, especially if people have passion for whatever the music is that they're picking up. And but there's 3 or 4 guys, young guys, on here now that are collecting metal, 80s metal, along with some newer stuff, I guess. But yeah, I'm big into metal, so I really am enjoying watching those guys. And you know, there's some of the bigger guys on here like Lazarus and Pudsey and Biosite, you know, all those guys. But it's cool to see young guys that are out digging, searching for old metal. And like, I just kind of want to give them a shout out, and I'm hoping everybody's checking them out if they're into metal or if they're not into metal. And it's like Dustin, who's DMBB1239 is his username, and he just posts a couple great videos, found all kind of stuff. And Ernie 83 Rock 83, Raul Citizen Toxic 69, and he actually just turned me on to something I'll show here in a second. And another one's Midnight Haze 1, and I haven't caught his name yet, but he's showing cool stuff too, man. And it's so cool just to see these young guys out doing it, and I just want to tell all of you guys that I'm really enjoying your videos. So kind of go ahead and get started. And like I said, speaking of Raul, he showed this on vinyl, which I haven't been able to find on vinyl, but I did pick it up on CD, which is Ram Death. Man, this is killer. I'm so glad you showed this, man, and you definitely turned me on to it, picked it up, and I'm really digging it. Hopefully come across the vinyl at some point. But yeah, like I said, it's all about the music, so CD's fine. Alright, get started showing some of the new stuff. I just grabbed this today. A friend texted me and said, hey, I just picked up a copy of this at the mall of all places at FYE. So I'm like, they have any more? He's like, yeah, I think 1 or 2. So I went and grabbed Anthrax single, Fight 'Em Till You Can't. It's from the latest album. It's pretty cool. It's on blue vinyl. So I was happy to get that. Like that album, like that song. So, and luckily they had 1 left, so I grabbed it today. Went out, hit a couple stores on Friday, got off early, and found some cool stuff. The main thing I was so happy to find, because I missed it on Record Store Day, is the double live Ozzy with Randy Rhoads. And this is number 318. Does anybody know how many of these were pressed? If they do, please comment in the bottom and let me know, because it doesn't really say here. And I know it's coming out as just a regular release, but I just kind of like to know how many were pressed for Record Store Day. But haven't listened to that yet. I'm going to be listening to that tonight, and I'm so excited to grab that. This just looked kind of cool. It had some credit build up, so I grabbed it. It's Piccadilly Sunshine Part 1. British Pop, Psych, and Other Flavors, 65 to 70. And like I said, I just got this yesterday. I haven't listened to it yet. Looks really interesting. A bunch of bands I've never heard of. So, The Cups, 1010, Studio 6, Peppermint Circus. Looks really interesting. Looks like something Mark up in Pittsburgh would share. So I'm excited to check that out. This, another band, no idea who they are. just looked really cool. It's brand new. Sounds of Violence. The Losing Streaks. And the name of the band is The Losing Streaks. Album is Sounds of Violence. This is from 2004, still sealed. This looks, I don't know, kind of snotty garage or something. It's kind of what it looks like to me. Mr. Mean Daddy, you know anything about these guys? Haven't cracked that open yet either. Just got those yesterday. This I've had on CD for a while. Finally found it on vinyl. The Knitters. Poor Little Critters in the Road. And this has members of X and Dave Alvin from the Blasters. This was on Slash, 1985. Kind of folk country-ish, if I remember right. I haven't listened to it for a long time, but I was kind of happy to find it on vinyl, cheap. And this was just in such great shape. Had to grab it. James Brown, Salt on Top. My friend's a huge James Brown guy. He's always picking stuff up. I'll pick one up every once in a while if I can find it in really good shape, which this one is. This has, it's a man's world on it. Another cool pickup yesterday, Susie Quattro. Your Mama Won't Like Me. Loves early Susie Quattro. If you like Joan Jett, check out early Susie Quattro. Great stuff. This blew me away, and it's in fantastic shape. I think I just saw somebody else show this, and I can't remember who it was. But Frank Zappa, 200 Motels. And the dude wanted $15 for it, and I ended up getting him down to 10. I mean, I was happy to pay 15, but he was like, I can do better on the prices. I was like, okay, what can you do? So I was really, really happy to get this. And this is one pickup for the collection. Didn't have a copy of Fast Way, Waiting for the Roar. It's in real good shape. Black Sabbath, Eternal Idol. It says Tony Martin. Yeah, Tony Martin on vocals. Actually, he didn't have this on vinyl. Happy to find it. Great Shrapnel release. Joey DeFola, Out of the Sun. This is just typical Shrapnel shredding guitar metal from the 80s. It's from 87. These next two were in a box. I walked into like an antique shop and they were in, like, I guess a guy had new stuff just come in. Flipped through the box and didn't find anything major until I got like almost to the end, and these two were sitting there. And I was like, oh man, how much for the records? And he's like, well, it depends on what they are. So I handed him these two, and he's like, oh, how about 8? I was like, 8 a piece or total? He's like, just total, 4 piece. I was like, I'll take that. So it's Budgie, Night Flight. And pretty good shape. Got a little seam split and that kind of thing, but for $4, you hardly ever see Budgie, let alone for $4. This is from 81. And if you've never heard Budgie, they were like 70s hard rock that kind of ended up in with the new wave of British heavy metal. Next is Best of Budgie. Excited to get this because it has the original version of Bread Fan. Which, anybody into Metallica has probably heard their version. But that was pretty cool. And found this really cheap. My favorite Styx album, which is The Grand Illusion, which I already had a copy, but as I was flipping through, I saw the sticker. It's a first press. Says contains large full color poster, and I've been looking for a good copy with the poster in it. This is still in the shrink, and the poster was in there. Vinyl is like mint. So here's the poster. one of those albums I remember having as a kid. Had it on cassette and wore it out. I remember listening to this album and Genesis Abacab for like a whole summer, just constant over and over. I was really happy to find that with the poster. And I was happy to find this Rolling Stones Beggar's Banquet in really good shape. They're so hard to find because of the white cover. They're usually just dirty and ringware, which I'm sure everybody knows, which the copy I have in my collection is just dirty and good vinyl. But this, great vinyl and great cover, so very happy to find that. And I found this for 50 cents or $1. Just kind of grabbed it. Grand Funk hits, just greatest hits, great band. Didn't have that, so I grabbed it. Next, I grabbed this. I recognized one guy in the band, and it's like, man, I've never heard of this. So I'll pick it up. It's Night City. And if you look real close, it's Ray Manzarek from The Doors. And I actually brought it home, did some research on it, and they only did this one album, but also it has Nigel Harrison, which I didn't even notice, who is the bass player for Blondie. This came out in '77, so this is right before, evidently, he joined Blondie. But it's pretty good. It's not a fantastic album, I paid I don't know, like $3, $2 for it or something. Wouldn't pay a bunch for it, but it's definitely worth picking up if you ever see it out and about. First time I've ever seen it. This next one I never knew existed on vinyl. I had this CD in the '90s and played the crap out of it. It's Fetchin' Bones Monster. I found this for $5 sealed. It still has the big blurb sticker on it. These guys, female singer, and they were just strange. It was 90s, alternative, early stuff. And this is probably like their third album or so. I have a couple others. I think I've shared another one. But this album is fantastic. If you ever see this you see it on CD floating around all the time. This is the only time I've ever seen it on vinyl. But even on CD or cassette, it's worth picking up to check out if you like 90s kind of vinyl or alternative. This next one is a bit of a grail, I guess. I've had this as a burn on CD for years and always wanted to grab it on vinyl. And just a killer album, killer band. The band is EZO, Japanese metal band. But before they came to America, they were a flatbacker. And trying to think, I believe this was their only release. After this album, they moved to America and changed the name to EZO. Gene Simmons produced them and the whole nine. They did 2 albums in the U.S. This is back around when Loudness was still, still kind of popular, flying the Japanese metal flag. These guys tried to kind of ride on that, I guess. But this is a cool album. So this is heavier than the American release stuff. And I got this on eBay for $10. I couldn't believe it. Usually when it pops up, it was a US seller. Usually when I see it on eBay, it's somebody in Japan, and by the time you're done, you're looking at $50 with shipping and everything. So I was mega stoked to get that. I got a few pulled out of the to be listened to pile. And the first one is a band called Child's Play. They were from the Baltimore area. Great band, good, just great hard rock, a little bit of hair metal kind of thrown in. And I'll show you the CD. They were on Chrysalis. This is, I believe, the only album they released on Chrysalis. And even the CD is hard to find now. I think on eBay this might go for like, $25 or something. But found a promo of the vinyl for the name of the album's Rat Race, same as the CD. but I believe this is the only way it came out on vinyl. I've never seen it with that cover. So I was very happy to find this. This is a great album. And I'll just say, Dustin, if you're watching, if you ever come across Child's Play, pick it up. I think it'd be right up your alley. If you find the CD, tape, or whatever. Another band, China. This is great. Kind of hair metal. This is a German pressing. I'm trying to remember where these guys are from. I think they're American. They may be German. I can't remember now. It's on Vertigo. This is a really good album. I was playing that in a video, and somebody asked who it was, and said I'd be showing it soon, so there it is. Next, I can't remember if I've showed this before or not. I may have. But anyways, it's Hawk. Any of the older guys out there may remember Doug Marks. He used to have ads in guitar magazines and like Circus and Hit Parader for Metal Methods, which was lessons on how to play metal guitar. You could send away, get the lessons in the mail. But he did this one album, and it's actually on Metal Methods Productions, 1986. Produced by Doug Marks. This is a good album. It's just a good metal album. Great guitar, of course. Good vocalist. I think the guy that sang on here also did some kind of vocal lessons, how to be a metal singer back in the 80s. But that's a cool album to pick up. Next is Dark Song. I'm hoping I haven't showed these last couple. This is definitely cool. That's kind of a little bit of a Saxon kind of thing to it. This is, I'm not seeing the year. It's a German pressing. Good band. And finally, Nightwing, Black Summer. These guys kind of like Budgie. They were one of those 70s, late 70s that kind of rolled over into the new wave of British heavy metal. This is on Gall. I hope I hadn't showed those last couple, but if I had, oh well. Alright, well, that's it. Like I said, just some new pickups and some stuff from a pile that's waiting to be listened to. It's ever growing, it seems like. Not enough time. But thanks for watching, and leave some comments. Hope everybody's having a good weekend and getting ready to post some videos of cool shit you found. See you later.